So New Year's Eve is tomorrow night. That's not exactly breaking news, but there will be a lot of champagne bottles uncorked. And believe it or not, there's some people out there that don't know how to open a champagne bottle, and there's some people that actually open them and it goes flying right towards people's eyes. In fact, there was a guy who was on Love Island. You ever been to Love Island? How do you get a reservation there? Anyway, former Love Island star Theo Campbell revealed he was blind in one eye after being hit by a champagne cork. So what are the dangers inherent with popping open a bottle of champagne? Let's bring into the conversation. She is standing by on the AcuteHearingCenters.com hotline, Dr. Amanda Hoelscher. She is certified by the National Board of Examiners in Optometry. She has a wonderful practice, and we appreciate her carving out some time for us today here on 700 WLW. And Dr. Hoelscher, how are you on this glorious Monday?
Good morning. I'm well. How are you?
I'm well, too. I haven't opened a bottle of champagne yet in 2019. Probably won't tomorrow night. But this is a real problem, is it not? If you don't know what you're doing, that cork can become a lethal weapon, and not just for your eye, right?
Correct. A champagne bottle cork can travel as fast as 55 miles per hour.
How fast?
55 miles per hour.
So that would be like a car going down the highway with a cork coming at you, and your reaction time can't be that great if it is coming at you.
Correct, and can do a significant amount of damage to an eye.
What could it do to an eye if it hits you square in the eye?
Well, it could lead to blindness. The gentleman you were describing earlier, his experience was it was like his eye exploded.
Oh, that's not good. So when you open up a bottle of champagne, doctor, and I don't know if you have or if you do it often or whatnot, but it's always best to put a towel over the cork that's coming out and obviously aim it away from people that are standing close to you, right?
Correct. And, make sure nobody's anywhere close because that cork travels very quickly and very far if you've ever opened a champagne bottle. So it doesn't have to be somebody, standing right next to you. It can be, pretty far away and still do damage.
I was told that this is one of the common holiday time eye injuries. What are the other eye injuries you see at this time of the year?
Oh, we see eye infections. We see everything, any kind of injury, any kind of infection is common year-round.
Yeah, and if this cork comes and say it hits right below the eyeball or to the side, I mean that force is enough. I would think that you could bruise the cornea.
Well, you could bruise the cornea. The bones around the eye are actually very fragile too. You could sustain an orbital fracture, which could require surgery. Can you?
If you took a head-on shot from a cork coming out of a champagne bottle, and you got into surgery quickly, could you save the eye, or is that something that you're just SOL?
Well, it depends on what kind of damage was done. Sometimes it could just be, like you said, a bruised cornea or corneal abrasion. It could cause a cataract, which can be corrected with cataract surgery. But often, if something hits you like that, like a champagne cork, it can lead to a lot of bleeding in the eye. And in those cases, sometimes you don't know for some period of time how much damage was done or exactly what was the damage that was done.
Wait a minute, it could cause a cataract. I thought you only got those if you were like old and you need cataract surgery. So trauma to the eye can cause a cataract?
Yes, there is such a thing as a traumatic cataract.
Oh, wow. Did not know that. Well, it also seems to me that it's probably not a bad idea when you're doing anything like that. And it's going to sound goofy, but I say goofy things, but a pair of goggles probably wouldn't hurt. You can't give goggles out at a New Year's Eve party, but if you're doing it, if you're opening it, that damn thing could come flying back and hit you, right?
Well, it could. I guess you could pass out safety eyewear at your holiday party.
Yeah, and then you can fill those up with, you can drink it out of the holiday goggles and all that. Right? So your tip to someone who is going to be at a New Year's Eve party tomorrow night, and it's 11:55, and the champagne bottle is coming out, and everybody's watching the ball get ready to drop at Times Square. Your cautionary tale to someone who is opening a champagne bottle would be what?
To step away from the crowd, step outside somewhere where nobody's in the direct line of the champagne cork. And as you suggested, putting a towel over the cork as you open it. You know, you remove the cage first, and then you tilt it at 45 degrees and push the top off with a little bit of pressure. But you certainly want to make sure nobody's in that direct line.
Yeah, and if somebody is opening a bottle of champagne, maybe they should just duck or find furniture to get out of. But you're right, 45-degree angle, away from the people that you're opening it with. I always put like a hand towel over it and just kind of ease the cork up, you know, rather than just trying to pop the thing and watch champagne come flying up all over the place. I just put a little hand towel over it. I think that helps too.
Great idea.
Thank you.
Great idea.
Yeah, you could pass that on to your practice. Are you going to pop a champagne bottle tomorrow night, Doctor?
I think I am.
You are?
I am.
You're going to party tomorrow night?
I do.
Oh, good for you. Why not? Start of a new year.
Absolutely.
Dr. Amanda Hoelscher, thanks for the tips there. I think a lot of people are going to take you up on that. Thank you.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Yeah.